The image of Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos has long been one of picture-perfect marital bliss. They laugh together on screen, trade playful jabs about each other's quirks, and often gush about the family they've built over nearly 3 decades of marriage. But as every couple knows, love isn't just candlelit dinners and vacation selfies. It's also the small, daily negotiations that define a shared life. And for Kelly Ripa, one of those negotiations happens every single morning, before coffee, before makeup, and most importantly, before she's ready to be touched. "I need a minute," she recently quipped, when discussing her husband's penchant for early morning affection. "Mark wakes up ready to cuddle, and I wake up needing a solid 25 feet of personal space. Minimum." Morning mayhem in the Ripa Consuelos household. The Ripa Consuelos household has always fascinated fans, partly because the couple lets people peek behind the curtain. Their banter on Live with Kelly and Mark feels authentic because it often is authentic. What happens in the kitchen that morning tends to become the opening monologue by 9 a.m. On this particular topic, Kelly was more than candid. "Mark is a morning person. He wakes up like he's in a musical, singing, dancing, trying to spoon me before I've even figured out where I am. Meanwhile, I'm like, 'Sir, do you even know what time it is? Back away until I've brushed my teeth.' Mark, for his part, didn't deny it. 'I just want to cuddle.' 'Is that so bad?' he protested, flashing the grin that first won Kelly's heart when they met on the set of All My Children back in 1995. But Kelly wasn't budging. "It's not bad. It's just mistimed. Give me a coffee first. Then we'll see." The science of space. Kelly's playful admission taps into something almost universal. Different people simply wake up differently. Some leap out of bed like a golden retriever with boundless energy. Others, like Kelly, require a slow warm-up. Experts say this mismatch is actually quite common in relationships. Partners often have different circadian rhythms, explains Dr. Hannah Levine, a relationship psychologist who has studied morning routines in couples. One may want closeness right away, while the other needs solitude. Negotiating that space respectfully is a sign of a healthy marriage. In other words, Kelly telling Mark, "Not yet," isn't rejection, it's communication. And after nearly 30 years together, they've clearly mastered the art of negotiating even the silliest of spousal standoffs. When the world is watching. Unlike most couples, however, the Ripas don't just navigate these quirks privately. They share them publicly, sometimes with millions watching. And that openness is part of why fans adore them. They make marriage look real. One fan tweeted after Kelly's confession about her no-touch mornings. "Not fake perfect, but real perfect." Another added, "Kelly saying 'I need a minute' is the most relatable thing she's ever said. My husband knows better than to even look at me before coffee." Mark himself leaned into the humor of it, joking that he was considering starting a support group for spouses who just want a little morning affection. "We'll call it Cuddlers Anonymous," he teased on air. "Step 1. Admit you want a spoon. Step 2. Get rejected politely." A love that grows through quirks. Of course, what makes their dynamic so charming is that these minor differences never overshadow the bigger picture. Kelly may not want cuddles before coffee, but she and Mark are famously affectionate once the day gets rolling. "She's all about PDA once she's awake," Mark admitted with a laugh. "It's just those first 30 minutes that are off-limits. After that, I'm golden." And Kelly, ever quick with a comeback, added, "See? You just have to survive the first half hour. Then I'm delightful." Some might even say irresistible. Their back and forth showcased what has kept their relationship strong: humor, patience, and the ability to poke fun at themselves without taking it personally. The bigger lesson. While the anecdote about morning cuddles is hilarious, it also resonates on a deeper level. Many couples struggle with the idea that being different somehow means being incompatible. Kelly and Mark are proof that differences, whether in sleep schedules, morning habits, or even coffee preferences, can actually strengthen a marriage if handled with respect. "It's all about compromise," Kelly explained. "I compromise by not kicking him out of bed. He compromises by waiting until I've had my caffeine to touch me. Everybody wins." That willingness to laugh instead of argue is part of why they've remained one of Hollywood's most enduring couples. They don't pretend to have it all figured out. They just figure it out together, one day and one morning cuddle attempt at a time. Fans can relate. The reaction online has been overwhelmingly supportive, with fans chiming in about their own morning struggles. My wife is Kelly, I'm Mark. Been married 20 years. Still waiting for a morning hug that doesn't end with her saying, "Go make coffee," one fan joked. Another admitted, "This made me feel so seen. I love my husband, but in the morning, don't even breathe near me until I've washed my face." Clearly, Kelly hit on a universal truth: morning cuddles, while sweet in theory, aren't for everyone in practice. Where love meets reality. At the end of the day, Kelly's "I need a minute" isn't about pushing Mark away. It's about making their closeness sustainable. Love isn't just about romance. It's about knowing when your partner needs space and when they're ready for connection. And if Kelly's timing is just a little delayed in the mornings, well, Mark doesn't seem to mind too much. After all, he gets the cuddles eventually, just with a latte in hand. As Kelly put it, marriage is about compromise, but coffee is non-negotiable.